North Iowa, a team who averages just over 3.5 goals per game. So they like to score a lot. The Bruins like to score a lot. We saw that last night as this one's lifted. Mikey Coleman punches it down. Coleman gets around Peruzzi. Coleman fighting in, tries to shove it under the pad of Sachs. Feet out in front, Paddington the tip. Another save from the Bulls netminder. Couple of grade A chances here early on for the Bruins. It's shot in deep. Paddington tries to guide it along the wall, squirts out behind him. Stick lift from Coleman, blows a tire, lifts it from the circle to the slot. Paddington couldn't get it on net. Coleman takes a hit, knocked to the ice, but the Bruins still keep it alive. Lang was dancing that blue line, almost brought it. Again, that almost looked like it hit off of maybe even a Bulls skate. There were some players standing in the way. Sachs thought it had been kicked wide. It just kind of kept trickling through. And the Bruins lead 1-0.
Scoring for your Austin Bruins, number 8, Alvin Ellison. The assist by number 3.
Risch around the net, back for Peruzzi. DJ Peruzzi playing in his 17th game of the year. Tipped in deep, back into the Bulls' own end. They trail 1-0 on an Alvin Ellison goal. Coleman with the strip. Coleman slips it, shot, and no. It was shouldered away by Aaron Sachs. Sachs allowed by the referee, Sean Hoppy. In to save the day. Higley over the line. Koroluk pokes it free from Lang. Puts the brakes on at the half wall to the top of the circle. Cutting to the middle. Shot off the glove of Solomon. And a follow-up chance from Conglin doesn't connect. 8:40 to go in the period. Bruins now tied with the Bulls 1-1. As Paddington pitchforks it down the right wing. Kicked in deep. Paddington out there playing soccer. And it'll be a penalty on North Iowa this time as Paddington got caught up on the wall with a high stick. 5%, ever going an even 1 for 4 last night. Last circle draw. Bruins end up coming away with it as they got tangled out. Otis and Haruza did in the circle. Paddington from the goal line waiting for the pass. He'll take it himself, but didn't get it forward enough. Went a little bit more east to west on that shot. Caught in the pad of Sachs. 15 seconds gone by as Haruza leads the charge this time. To his right for Matsby. Matsby with some speed, centers it off the paddle of Sachs and into the stands for a Cobblestone Hotel. Puck out of play. Do you have a birthday? It's the perfect way to make your day unforgettable. So give us a call at 507-434-4978. Visit austinbruins.com. Paddington with the tip. Puck rolls under the pad of Sachs. No, that looked like that went into his breadbasket. Roll the assist. He and his brother Matsby across their last 5 games now with 23 points combined. It's an incredible performance. That's the 16th assist combined by the brothers in the last 5. But Matsby tries to go for the goal over the stick side shoulder of Sachs. Down to 1:11. Pressure up top by Suzuki. Goes rink wide for Simon. Top of the slot from Williams. A wrist shot is kicked away as Marat Meekin battles with Paddington in the corner. 57 seconds to go. Haruza calling for the pass, rink wide instead to Matsby. Williams again at the high slot. Now to the center point, wrist shot, block, spinning. Haruza fires off the high glass. Williams again catches it over to Simon. Simon, point blank shot there by Davis, down to 37 seconds. Otis had a nice stick in the way on that pass. The shot off the head, I think, of a player, and a Cobblestone Hotel puck out of play. This top unit piece. Already doubling the combined score from last year's Thanksgiving game. 2 seconds, 1. Paddington scores! A one-timer! Albert waits for it at the point. Shoots it back low for Paddington. Boxing out Davis. Down to an E in the corner. Williams and Ruth helping out. Ruth pulls it free. Ruth with a shot blocked by Peruzzi. In the corner now, tries the backhand up to the circle, lips it. Rolled off his stick, got the pass off to Williams. Hudson Ruth Without a point yet this year. Had a couple games that he missed due to just some health concerns. Not a full-blown injury, but not enough where, you know, with the Bruins' depth, the coaches just didn't want to risk it this early on. Kuzminkov shoved into the wall by Lipset. And a good D play there by E.J. Paddington, gets tangled up with the stick of Malatino. Just some equipment problems. Not sure what that's about. He looked like he went off on his own power. We'll keep you posted on that. Matsvi Marshanock tries to go through the legs, and he does, of Peruzzi. Rolls all the way to the end wall. Big hit from Matsvi to the slot. Ruth shoots, but off the blocker. What a great look there for the Austin Bruins offense. Matsvi Marshanock getting a hit that we've never seen him do this year. E.J. Paddington had Ruth calling for him. Peruzzi puts the wheels on. Sends it up for Koroluk. Tops it back to the red line. Drake Maresca now gathers it. Looking for the back door. Doesn't have the pass as the big frame 6'8" of Alex Perreault was laid out on the ice. That's one thing that we didn't see often from the Bruins last year, was block shots were few and far between, and also putting their body on the line for those passes. But this year, the Bruins able to get in the way. They're ready to take those shots, and we've seen a lot of bumps and bruises on Austin this year. Doyle banks it out. Higley chases at 4 goals a game. That's why they've been doing so well. Again, have not won a game yet when scoring 3 goals or fewer. As here's a wrist shot. Nice little drive by Coleman. Chipped away. Maresca has Sullivan with him. 2-on-1. Goes to pass. Doesn't connect with Sullivan. Back up top to the high slot. Koroluk. Maresca fans on the pass. Fans on the shot, I should say. Over to Paddington. Now the Bruins with numbers. Paddington drags, tries to center it. Risch on the ice. Squirts towards the side of the net. Lipset tries to stuff it home. Caught in his sticks. Lipset dangles and scores! In the week at practice, and it shows as, of course, are discounted today. 30% off if you head over to tickets.austinbruins.com today only. That's our Black Friday deal. A stick from Thornton. Coleman fought through the following and took it right back, so no dangerous chances. Another poke check there, this time by Yak, who heads to the bench. Williams leads the charge this time, up the middle, to his left on the backhand. Wheels up, rink wide one-timer. Paddington caught a stick from Davis to stifle that one. He'll take a hit down behind the boards. We'll call it a clean hit through the legs of Ellison, chasing after it. Maresca was behind him, that's Kuzminkov. 11:24 to go as Paddington shoots it around Davis in deep. Davis slow to get around, shot through the crease to the far wall. Day comes pinching in. Suzuki shoots it around this time as Perreault stumbles as he tried to play it for Hodis. Wrist shot saved by Jack Solomon. That'll take us to a Torgies live timeout. Iowa, the only team they've scored more on a per game basis, Minot, with 5.25 goals. So really, it's 0.05 more goals a game against Minot than they have North Iowa. Of course, 2 fewer games. A wrist shot saved by Solomon, kicked back towards him, but cleared out by a defenseman. Elbert settled down by Coleman on the logo. Swipe to the wall as Coleman backhands it in deep. Lipset kicks it ahead, out of his reach, poked by Dietz. Spun around, Howland can't settle it down, and now the Bulls have it on the way out. Murat Michin leads it ahead for Conklin, gets it over the line, but banked right back out by the Bruins for an icing. The Mallards or St. Cloud on the road yet this year. Now, the Mallards in St. Cloud, Bruins haven't seen them yet. Shovel in around and a cleanup. Now another one, but they can't get it back. Solomon, a brick wall there. Davis tries one, stopped by his own man Malatino, still scrambling around. Solomon lost track of it. Well, he caught it under his left pad. A couple of, well, 2 of them. We'll have that up. Leaves it off for Maresca, top of the circle. Shot into the skates of a Bruin. Follow up from Maresca. Another stop by Solomon. Peruzzi with a drive. I think that was off the shoulder of Solomon and into the netting for a Cobblestone Hotel at the VFW Sports Center. The Bobcats, however, before that, 3 just in the of the other 4 years combined. So the Bruins offense on a different level than they've been really over the last several years. As it's a Heichel Team Fairway Mortgage power play. We didn't really see what happened. There was just kind of a whistle and then some confusion.
It's a Heichel Team Fairway
So the Bruins
power play.
with the extra skater after Jack Holland called for a high stick.
Jack Holland, and 2 minutes high sticking.
It's been a confusing Thanksgiving night. You know, everyone I think is just a little drowsy for all the Thanksgiving food. I'm not a big Thanksgiving food guy. I feel like I've said that a couple times on goal line to goal lines and maybe even here on the air. Did have some turkey and some pumpkin pie. Not usually a pumpkin pie guy, but it's a great time. Bruins tonight 1 for 2 on the power play. Here comes Simon over the blue line. Davis rips it free and shoots it down the length of the ice. Pressure by Hodis. The Bruins are back to full strength. Bruins are now on a Heichel Team Fairway Mortgage power play as Sam Klein came out of the penalty box. Aruza leaves it back for Simon. Rink wide. Matsby centers. Williams didn't get all of that one. Thought he might have even broke his stick. Williams keeps it at the red line, so doesn't have to chase back. He'll go over the blue now. Up to his right. Rink wide for Simon. Matsby, another great pass, but Maresca broke it up. Williams tries it again. Aruza banked off of Davis, and I thought that almost went back into the Bulls' net. 1:02 left to go on this power play for the Austin Bruins. Started shorthanded this period. Now up to an extra skater thanks to the slashing from Fuji Suzuki. Malatino lets Williams dance right through. Collides with sticks with Holland, and now banked out. The NAL has been crazy this year. While you've had your top teams stay on top relatively. I mean, the Lone Star Brahmas 2 years ago, Robertson Cup champs. Last year, Robertson Cup runner-ups. They're on top of the Midwest, 14-8, 14-6, 1-1. Started off the season red hot, even beating the Bruins again in a shootout. As Lipsick, a nice move around Sullivan. Loose to the far side, Ellison guides it up out of the reach of Ruthen out. But in the East, it's the Maryland Black Bears. Now, they've played more games than anyone in the North American Hockey League, but they also have 42 points, just 3 regulation losses, 5 total losses on the year, 20 wins for the Black Bears out east. The reigning East Division champ, Rochester Americans, have clawed their way back into a playoff spot. We're struggling there for a stretch. Couldn't piece together a win as Paddington's tip caught in the pads of Sachs. Fuji Suzuki up the right side, chips it in deep, skips it off the end wall. Slow roller scooped up by Solomon with 13:31 left to go. Bruins win the D-zone draw. They struggled last night in face-offs, especially in the D-zone. It's been a bit of a struggle this season as well. 13:19 to go in the period. Bruins have not trailed in this game. Paddington hard into the zone. Coleman scoops it up, centers it, but Paddington couldn't connect on his stick. Gets it behind the net, skips over to the near side corner. He and Williams colliding on it, also colliding on Dennis Kuzmenkov to send him to the ice. Williams will make a change as Carter Davis looks for an outlet pass, as Fuji Suzuki with it. Suzuki with 1 assist tonight, otherwise been fairly quiet. Davis fans on the one-timer. Beckwith settles it down. I'm trying to figure out how to talk again. Peruzzi to his left. Davis has to bank it out, and this one high into the stands for a Cobblestone Hotel puck out. Bruins in the pass. Got to give a shout out to my boy Jimmy Seguin. Good old Jimbo, the former equipment manager of the Austin Bruins. We miss you, Jimmy. Carl Hawkinson, good guy Carl Hawkinson, here in town tonight before taking a road trip down to West Bend, Wisconsin for a 2-game series for the Grizzlies this weekend. Ruth takes a high stick. Bruins will go on the Heichelteam Fairway Mortgage power play. If the Bruins are able to convert on this Heichelteam Fairway Mortgage power play or even score another goal in this game, that will be 4 consecutive games scoring 5 or more goals for the Austin Bruins. Centered, tipped off of Matsby, sticking out. Already 25 seconds into this one as the Bruins try to re-enter. Paddington pushes it down the wall for Simon. And Williams couldn't quite collect it. Matsby Marcinak up to 2 assists on the night. Alvin Ellison 2 points as well. The two of them got the assist on Haruz's goal. Bulls offense has quieted down. Matsby no look. Simon tees it up. And the save sends Sachs' stick wide. He tries to get it back from Hodis. Rather, Sullivan gets the shot and the save. It off for Perot. Meekin keeps it alive at the blue line. Kick through his legs now. And bank blast Klein and in deep. Perot holding on to Perot. Got away with one there. Saw even the jersey come out. Let's go Bruins starting to creep their way here in the Riverside Arena. Much more exciting game than what we saw last year. It was a much more back and forth a year ago on Thanksgiving, but the outcome was still even more exciting on the overtime winner to keep that point streak alive for Austin. Leading pass, Ruth with some speed, tries to go 5-hole. Sachs closed up shop. Hudson Ruth waiting for his first career goal. Lifts this one ahead. Paddington, a delayed penalty. Eagles lead the Ravens 12-7. Face-off won by the black and gold. Williams draws one. There's a save off the pad and cleared out now. Lucas Yek. Shot off the pad again. Short side. Matsby able to draw it in. Matsby Marcinak 2 assists here tonight. E.J. Paddington 2 points with a current game winner and an assist on Xander Lipsitz's goal. E.J. Paddington leaves it back for Williams. As the Bruins another delayed penalty. So I think they were called for too many men on the ice. Many men. That's what it'll be. So 5-on-3 for the next 2 minutes. Williams, Simon Marcinak, E.J. Paddington, Matsby, and Coleman are out there.
Number 6, Lucas Yak.
Williams down to Simon, looking. Coleman, a drive, caught the far side of Aaron Sachs. Coleman again, doubles it down low. Back and forth behind the net, and they were looking for Paddington in front, couldn't get the stick down. A nice little, cool little play there. The Martianocks sweeping it behind the net, back and forth, and then quickly change it to throw it in front of Paddington in the net. Matsby, no look. Paddington looking no good. Paddington behind the net. Pitchforks it up to Williams. Simon caught it. Backdoor. Matsby up. Coleman. Shot blocked. 1:02 left on the 5-on-3. Simon changing. Nice screen. Coleman! There is your Thanksgiving power play goal for the Bruins. They still have the